Joining me this morning. Hopefully, all of you enjoyed the Super Bowl last night and had a great time. And today we're going to start the week with taking a look at what does conviction actually mean? How does that work? And we're looking again at the book of Genesis, and we're looking at some parts in the book of Genesis that talk about an allegory of how humanity evolves, how you evolve, how I evolve, how we grow spiritually. And the idea of the 7 days of creation as being sort of a poetic truth that captures a lot of that growth. And today what we're looking at is this line. So here we go. The God said, "Let the earth bring forth the living creature according to its kind, cattle and creeping things and the beasts of the earth, each according to its kind." And it was so. God made the beasts of the earth according to its kind, cattle according to its kind, and everything that creeps on the earth according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. So it's kind of an interesting piece here from Christian New Church theology. One way to hold this is we have this initial burst of birds and small animals, and now we're into the part of creation where all of a sudden it's the big animals. And again, kind of fun to think about that and think about evolution that way. And the other part of it that's interesting is to maybe consider that this is talking about the growth of our convictions in our life. These things that actually have a life in and of themselves, that actually really are somewhat have some heft to them and move through the world. Now, conviction is different than an opinion. A conviction is something, I was thinking about it this morning, a conviction is something where regardless of whether we're successful or not, we're going to hold to that conviction. And it's important to see conviction, I think, in a couple different ways, and these are talked about in our particular theology. One is sort of an intellectual conviction, and the other is a heart conviction. And as is very true, again and again, a consistent message within Christianity is that this is first in time what we think, this is first in end, this is what it's all about. So a thought can happen first, but it's really all about our heart. So we're going to start out today with the head part of it, and this idea of a conviction, an intellectual conviction that we have. And here, folks, somebody had put up a beautiful quote that I really, really enjoyed from Gandhi. And Gandhi said, "Our conviction is to truth, not consistency." And I like that. Our conviction is to truth, not consistency. I think that is so important, like spiritually. I think our spiritual lives, we should have a conviction to truth, and that truth will mean that our faith life will actually change over time. I want to repeat that our faith life will actually change over time, and that growth is very appropriate. And as Father Richard Rohr said, which each stage we take, we transcend and include. So we grow, but it's not like we're jettisoning the old way we saw things. It's just, we're just not there anymore. I think about myself and the fact that a lot of my professional career is around education and coaching. For years did that. And I sort of had this original, truth for me originally was like, yeah, my intellectual construct for these jobs is my job was to really challenge people, to really hold them accountable, to really sort of bust their behinds about stuff. And that served for a while, but I personally, I just can't do I can't do that anymore. My wife is a wonderful high school secretary, and I look at some of the stuff that they do. I couldn't do it anymore. Just I could not do it anymore. I'd be the worst disciplinarian of all time. And I used to be someone who sort of prided on, tight discipline kind of stuff. Folks, and that's where we need, those are just one silly example of where faith needs to evolve, where our real conviction has to be around the truth, not consistency. And it'll be the same with God. I mean, I think back for me that perspective, that way of doing things was based on a certain view of God, that God was sort of, gonna, make sure we were doing it right, and we better do it right, and da 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 da. And since then it's evolved. Now, it's important to understand again that our view of God, like your view of God from when you were 12 to now, I certainly hope has changed. I sort of hope has gone, not hope has gone. I hope has gone through change. But It's not that God has changed, right? God's still the same. It's just we're evolving. And as we evolve and as we grow, our way of seeing it intellectually is very different. And the trick, I think, always, and this is super hard, is to, yeah, enjoy this growth and think, oh, yeah, my perspective has changed. Isn't that beautiful? And to honor that other people aren't where you are, to honor some other people. They may be in a first half of spirituality, a first half of life perspective that is still far more law and order oriented. And that's as it should be. That is the way the world is supposed to work. That's how it's supposed to go. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. So folks, that's the thought for today is just to remember again, that it is about truth, not consistency, that it is about growth and sort of just being clear for yourself. Oh yeah, this is a part of truth. This is a part of seeing God that I used to see this way, and now I see it evolve, and not make the former way bad and wrong. Just make it part of your life's journey, because without that, you wouldn't be here now. And somehow that all makes sense, and it makes us a much kinder, because we're not trying to prove anyone right or anyone wrong. We're just trying to have this consistency to truth. And the greatest truth always deals with love. That's our little foreshadowing of tomorrow. So I hope that makes sense for you folks. And again, hope you had a great weekend. What we're going to do now is we're going to do our little meditation. After the meditation, we're going to do a little a little blessing. And as always, folks, you're more than welcome to leave a comment on New Church Live's Facebook page, where we'll be reading comments. If you have any insights that you'd like to share, we can chat about those briefly. So with that, friends, let's all get a big breath. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I. Be still and know that. Be still and know. Be still and. Be still. Be. Our Father, who art in the heavens, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, as in heaven, so upon the earth. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we also forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and bring you peace and bring you home. Amen. All right, friends. Well, I am going to now pull up, and you're welcome to join us here. If you want to leave a comment, you can leave it on New Church Live's Facebook page. And again, I'm hoping everyone has a great week ahead as I pull this on up. There we go. And again, you can leave comments on any different venues that we stream to. Marianne, good morning to you, my friend. I hope you're doing well. Maria, good morning. I think you were down at the shore. I hope you had a good time down at the shore. Amy, good morning to you, my friend. I hope you and your family are continue to do well. Rita, happy Valentine's Day. Yes, amen to that. Happy Valentine's Day. I almost forgot, actually. Adina, so nice you could join us live this morning. Great to see your name up there. Marcus, good morning to you, buddy. Paige, good morning to you. Carl, good morning to you. I saw you sent me a note. I haven't looked at it yet, but you always have such great thoughts. So thanks for sharing as always, buddy. Cherry, another happy Valentine's Day there. Marianne, my view of God has changed tremendously since my Catholic school days. Today, God is all loving, all embracing, all understanding, all forgiving. And I think that's where that's where it goes. And I really do think that's where, you're sort of talking about service. I think it really does shift to wow, God's just all about love. Like that's what it is. And our job is just to bring goodwill to the world. I mean, it's a very distinct shift that's important. Yeah. Kathy, great to have you joining us this morning. Good morning. John, so good to see you joining us from India. That is way fun. Thank you for joining us there, John. And wishing you folks just all the best. God bless. Have a great day. And yeah, just again, celebrate how far you've come and honor those roots that you came from. Maybe that's the last word today. Take care, folks. God bless. Bye-bye.